I will be back again to my brand new video, and in this video we're going to look at another challenge. Okay, the challenge is about the very popular challenge. So when you're going for an interview, make sure that you're keeping this in mind, that in most interview questions you will find a Fibonacci somewhere. Okay, so this is a very critical video for you to understand how to deal with Fibonacci numbers. So in this video, we're going to come up with two methods. One is the iterative solution, and the other one is the recursive solution. So what's a Fibonacci? What is a Fibonacci first of all? Fibonacci series is the ordering of numbers, whereby each number is the summation of the preceding two numbers. So if you can look at this sequence here, we will start with the first two numbers, the 0 and 1. We will start with those numbers in all sequences, in all Fibonacci sequence. So to get the next number, you add those two. Okay, 0 and 1, you get a 1. To get the next one, add 1 and 1, you get a 2. To get the other one, you add the 1 and the 2, you end up with a 3. So the sequence you're seeing here is the first 10 entries of the Fibonacci series. Okay, so what's required of you in this challenge is that you have to create a function called fib. That fib receives an argument, that's a number of the number of entries you want. So that one, when you input in, for example, when you look at this example, fib of 4 should output 3. Okay, because when you come here and look at the first 4 entries, 1 2 3 4, that's why this is a 3. Okay, when you want 5, 1 2 3 4 5, the Fibonacci of 5 is 5, the Fibonacci of 4 is 3. Okay, so let us start with the iterative solution. So I'm going to mark this iterative solution. Iterative solution. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to do in this method, we're going to create a variable called result. This result is equal to an array having those initial numbers I told you earlier about, the 0 and the 1. Those ones are always there, if you like it or not, they're always there as a rule of thumb. So after that, we're going to loop through. We're going to loop from I is equal to 2. We're going to start from 2. I'm going to tell you the reason why we're going to start from there, but I'm going to tell you the reason. So I less or equal to number n, then I plus plus. Okay, you increment your I after every iteration. Alright, so inside here I want to create two variables, and one of the first variable A, I want it to store this second element you're seeing here. Okay, so it will be result I minus, will be I minus 1. Okay, so at first we set I to be equal to 2. Okay, so 2 minus 1 to give you 1. So 1, so the one inside here will be the location of this one you're seeing here. So for you to get the 2, for you to get 0, to store 0, to get const p equal to result I minus 2. 2 minus 2 will be equal to 0. That's why we'll be accessing these two values. We'll be accessing these two values. After having access to those two values, what we have to do is to add them and get the next value here, which will be 1 you're seeing here in the first iteration. Okay. Alright, so we're going to say results. So inside the result, you want to push that value. Result, you just add them a plus p. Okay, a plus p. Okay, so that's when in that iteration we'll be able to get this value 1. Okay, so after that we will of course increment the counter. I will go to 3. Okay, then you'll be able to make computations for other numbers. Right? So let me hope you understand that part very clearly. Okay, so here I'm going to just return the nth element, so it's to be result, oh sorry, return result at position n, right? Result at position n. So let us just start this solution by console.log Fibonacci of 4. So I would expect this to print out a 3, okay, because the Fibonacci of 4 is 3, okay. So let us execute our code and see. Okay, node Fibonacci. So I made a typo inside. Let me see. Right. So the Fibonacci of 4 is 3. How about 5? The Fibonacci of 5 is 5. Wonderful. So I think you would agree with me when I said that the iterative solutions straightforward. It's very easy to understand. Okay, it's very easy to understand when you're coming up with an iterative solution. So I would recommend that in any interview setting, unless the interviewer tells you to use the recursive method, I would advise you to use an iterative solution in case you come up this as your interview. Okay. All right. So let me just comment out this solution and let me move it down below so that we can come up briefly with a recursive solution as well. Okay. So I will comment this out. I'll put a comment here. Recursion. Okay. Oh, I don't know if that's the spelling. Okay. Function. I'll just name it fib. Then. So the iterative solution is the recursive solution is very easy. Very easy. To be just like 5 lines of code. Very easy but very hard to come up with. Okay. It's very easy but hard to come up with. Alright. So first of all, the first part we're going to do in this recursive solution, first we are going to make a base case. Okay, remember base case is in recursion, a base case is that condition that will terminate the recursive execution. Okay? So for our base case will be if n is always less than 2. Okay, if n is less than 2, always n is less than 2, then we just print our n. Else we do what? Else return. We'll call this function again. Okay. So just call fib n minus 1 plus fib n minus 2. Just like that, you're done. Just like that, you're done with your recursion solution. Just like that. Very easy, but very hard to come up with. Very hard to think of it in that way. Right? So just like that. So let us test out the solution and see if we're getting the same answers as the iterative solution. Okay. So just say console.log. The other thing, the only time we're returning a number in this solution is inside this if statement in our base case. Okay. Yeah. So fib of 4. Node. Right. Fib of 4 is 3. You see, you're getting the same solution as the iterative solution. Fib of 5 is 5. Wonderful. So this brings us to the end of this video. In this video, we looked at Fibonacci, and we found that we are going to come up with two solutions, whereby the first solution is the iterative solution. And I said the iterative solution is very easy to come up with and very easy to think of. Okay, but the recursive technique is very brief but hard to come up with. Okay, so I advise you to always use a iterative solution unless otherwise. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. Thank you for supporting. Thank you very much for following along with these coding challenges. I always recommend you to keep practicing because practice makes perfect. I think shall meet in the next video. Bye bye.